Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to deal with a subject called as television engineering, which is in JNTU UK BTech R16 regulation ECE 4th year 1st semester. And in this TV subject we are going to deal with the topic called as multi-platform emergency alert system in chapter 6. Okay. So what is the question means? Write about multi-platform emergency alert system and its drawbacks, right? So first we need to know what is multi-platform emergency alert system. The emergency alert system is a national warning system in the US which is approved by FCC. FCC stands for Federal Communications Commission, right? So this emergency alert system is a national warning system which is approved by LCC. You may get doubted what is this FCC. FCC is an independent agency of United States that monitors or observes communications by radio, television, wire, satellite, cable across US states. So whatever may be the mode of communication, it will all be monitored by FCC. So such a great system approves a system called as emergency alert system, right? Next. It is under the coordination of FEMA. FEMA is an acronym for Federal Emergency Management Agency and National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. These both take care of emergency alert system. Okay, so after the transition from analog broadcast to the digital broadcast, emergency alert system suffered more losses. So when there is a transition between analog state to a complete digital state, obviously an emergency alert system suffered some losses. So FEMA had taken measures to develop the next generation emergency alert system, right? Alert system with the respective standards and operational rules defined by the FCC. Since it suffered with some losses during the transition from analog to digital, it take a step ahead to develop a new system which is next generation of emergency alert system. So this warning system is known as, that means the updated version of emergency alert system is known as Integrated Public Alert and Warning System. The name of this is Integrated Public Alert and Warning System. It is used to deliver emergency alerts through broadband. Which is used to deliver emergency alerts through broadband spectrum communication. So the emergency alert system transmission web has radio relay stations. Relay means here to transmit the signal. See, the AS transmission web has a radio relay stations, of which 34 stations assigned as National Primary Entry Points. PEP stands for Primary Entry Points. Among all the stations, there are 34 stations which are National Primary Entry Points, where the emergency alerts been entered first step. As the name suggests, they have a national primary designations, means they have a high command of rules which are regulated by local primary and other stations. Since they are national primary agents, the subcategory or division of them is the local primary stations. So, see here. The FEMA delivers the residential level messages. Residential level messages means local level messages to the PEP stations. A governor can commence, that means start the emergency message at the state level. So whatever the emergency alerts produced by the governor will be in the state level. So in order to get them to the local level, these residential level messages are, they are transmitted by the PEP stations, primary entry point stations. So at local level, the local primary stations deal with the activation of this request. So whatever the message sent by them, they are being activated by using local primary systems. Now coming to the drawbacks of the emergency alert system. First one, the relay stations used in EAS transmission path fail to work accurately. That means whatever the alert or output they produce, it is not accurate. It is the first drawback of the emergency alert system. Next, the emergency alert systems uses a daisy chain path, hence failure in one station results in the failure of other statements. Daisy chain path means it is an act of linking multiple points together in a series linearly. That means consecutively they will connect one after one, one after one, one after one. So because of which the failure in one station results in the failure of all the other stations. This is the second drawback of emergency alert system. And the third one, the operator can generate false alerts. There may be some manual mistakes also, and at the same time usage of low quality technology leads to the ambiguous signals. Ambiguous means there is no particular clarity about such signals from limited bandwidth audio systems, thus making alerts and useless things. So failure in the identification of the alerts or dead signals at the time of insertion causes channel hopping, resulting in the message loss. Channel hopping means change frequently from one TV channel to other TV channel. We all get habituated to change from one TV channel to other TV channel. It goes when we like to change the channel, but sometimes due to the implementation of failure alerts, it automatically changes from one TV channel to other TV channel, which may be a disturbance to the viewer, right? Yes, and the lack of security, there is no proper safety and security for that, poor funds for the emergency alert system, at the same time less participation on state and local levels, and failure to transmit the necessary alerts. It may transmit many number of alerts, but it is must and should that it should transmit some necessary alerts, but failing in such condition is only a great drawback for emergency alert systems. So in this video, see, we observed what is a multiple platform emergency alert system, what is emergency alert system, and which committees like Federal Communication Commissions and Federal Emergency Management Agencies and National Oceanic Atmospheric Administrations, these both combinedly started a emergency alert system, and how does it suffered losses during analog to digital transmission. At the same time, what is the next step of EAS called as? It is nothing but integrated public alert and warning system. And similarly, what are the 34 stations and what are they called as primary entry points? Why are they useful and how can they be transmit the state level messages to the local level messages? And at the same time, we discussed few drawbacks of emergency alert systems. Thank you for watching. We'll be next with my next video. Thank you.